Good evening, everyone. This is your host, Rusty Cables, for the Running the Ropes Wrestling Podcast. Tonight we'll be reviewing Friday night's AEW Rampage for October 8th, 2021. Show tonight starts off with a split-screen interview by Mark Henry between CM Punk and Daniel Garcia with 2.0. Very entertaining segments. I love how Mark Henry does this. It gives him a very important position and makes these matches feel so important. The promo starts off with 2.0 speaking, and they're cutting a good promo. I mean, not 2.0, Daniel Garcia, CM Punk does a few words back saying that they attacked him a couple of weeks ago. Now it's time for him to see what they're made of, if they're really worth the hype. I love that. Mark Henry saying, okay, I guess that's enough talk. Let's bring it to the ring. First one out is Punk coming down, does his kneel, and it's a beautiful sight to see CM Punk back in a wrestling ring again. I mean, imagine him being gone 7.5 years, and the way he feels, you can see the excitement in his face. You can see the exuberance in him, where he's just so happy to be back in a wrestling ring. Something that he lost his love for years ago, and with the other company he was with, and took the love of professional wrestling right out of him. I mean, it wore him out. Well, he's back, guys. He's back, and in my opinion, not a whole hell of a lot of ring rust on him. This is his third match now, and looking forward to giving you a full-fledged review on this, because I love CM Punk, and I liked Garcia. Having 2.0 with him just gives him a little more of an opportunity to potentially win, right? And that gives him, it makes Punk handicapped. It's 1-on-3, but it's actually only Garcia in the match. So it's a 1-on-1 contest with minimal interference. Garcia now making his way to the ring. Comes out tunnel with 2.0. Actually, 2.0 counts out first, and then Garcia comes out as the spotlight between the two of them. He is absolutely a great wrestler. I love what I see out of Daniel Garcia. Did not like him when he was in NXT. I really did not think anything much of him. But now that he's been AEW, the way he's getting more freedoms, and just he's looking better. I mean, he's starting to grow on me. I'm starting to respect him. Not as much as I respect Punk, but he's had my respect for a long time. I mean, I've been following Punk since his Ring of Honor days. Ring of the Bell rings, these two, they start just kind of looking at each other, just kind of feeling out the situation. Punk got a big grin on his face, has a few words with Garcia. Tries for a lockup, that didn't work. Garcia backed off. He looks nervous. You know what? Stepping in the ring with Punk, I'd be nervous too. Oh, me, I don't wrestle, but, Punk's a big name. And now they do a lockup. Punk's putting Garcia backwards, gets him all the way head to the mat, trying to get his shoulders down. This is a double hand hold down. He's pressing body. It's a test of strength. Garcia on his back, going for a pin. 1, 2, gets his shoulder up, and then he does right around the neck with Garcia's arms. I love this. Kind of holds him, looks like he's going to give him a knee to the spine, decides not to. Garcia spinning a circle, trying to break free of the hold. Punk lets go of that, goes right into a headlock. Garcia grabs Punk behind the neck, trying to get him to break. He's trying anything to get out of that headlock, breaks the handhold in, gets out of it, puts Punk into an armbar. Really love what I see out of this young man. He's showing that he's pretty talented. He's going to really go places. I hope he sticks with AEW for years, because he could actually become one of the fundamental, building blocks of the company. He looks good in the ring. A little unexperienced yet, but he'll get better in time. And you're in with someone like Punk, that's going to definitely give you a hell of a boost. People are going to start to know you just because you wrestled Punk. I mean, he's already had a couple other amazing matches, too. One with Darby and Sting. which was awesome. He's been in with big names. That's really all he's wrestled is big names. Love what I've seen out of him. He's doing just a leg bar on Punk right now. Punk actually has control of Garcia's leg. I am so sorry. Garcia Punk kicks shoulder repeatedly, getting him to break the hold. Scurries to the corner. Punk standing up in typical, almost intimidating fashion. He's getting kind of pissed at him the way he looks like he's getting more serious. Really ground-based and serious. Punk's not a big high flyer anyways, unless, stage diving, but that don't really count. Don't see him do a hell of a lot of off-the-top rope maneuvers. Garcia, on the other hand, I don't really know what to expect out of him. I know what I've seen. Like I said, back in his NXT career, I did not think much of the guy at all. He shows up here, and my God, it's like somebody stuck a firecracker up his ass and made him better. Love seeing that kind of, that drive to get someplace. Punk looking fantastic in the ring for a guy in excess of 40 years old. In there with a 23-year-old Daniel Garcia, I believe, something like that. Love to see it. Like I said, good competitive match so far. Punk's been in firm control. From the opening, once they locked up, Punk's been in control for 90% of this so far. Garcia is getting some offense in. Punk going for a second slam, did not work. Garcia escapes, does a running shoulder to the back, kicking Punk in the corner, repeated kicks, over and over, repeated kicks. Good way to wear your opponent down. I mean, when you're Punk, you gotta wonder how good's his cardio. Is he gonna get blown up? He's going against much younger competitors. I don't think he's gonna get completely blown up, but then 2.0 has to interject themselves. They grab a hold of Garcia and pull him out of the ring so he doesn't get all, in a bad way. Garcia grabs Punk's leg, slams it on the mat. One of the 2.0 guys grabs Punk's leg, wraps it around the ring post. They're distracting the ref for repeated strikes to the ring post with Punk's right knee, weakening the knee. So I guess the story of the night's going to be Punk's legs are getting taken out. At least his right leg is. And without that, it'll make it a lot harder for him to do the GTS, won't it? We're coming up on a Pip ad break where I don't know what's up with my service lately, but my picture-in-picture has not been very good. So I'm going to pause for a few minutes until we get out of this ad break, and I'll do the remainder of this match. Okay, we are back from ad break. I'm back seeing, looks like Punk gaining control back again. He must have lost a little bit of control during the break. No, not really, because now you got Garcia got Punk in a knee lock, a reversed figure four. Wow, that's pretty impressive. Punk bashing him in the back with his forearms, breaking the hold. I don't know if I'm going to do a play-by-play through every match on this card tonight, but I'm going to do play-by-play on this one, because I just love this match. Good match. Very good showing for both men. Garcia slapping Punk on the chest. Tried for an attempted pinfall, only a 2 count. Bryce Remsburg is the referee on this one. Again, one of my favorite refs. I love to have him in the ring. He's good. 2.0 sitting outside the ring looking like they're a little bit concerned, but not showing deep concern yet, because Garcia's still got a pretty good amount, going for him. Punk's starting to come back, mounting a fight back, punching back and forth between the two of them. Punk goes for a spinning heel kick. Garcia blocks it, drops him down to the mat, puts him in a heel lock, and goes to working on that right leg of Punk again. Tweaking on the knee and the ankle and just putting all kinds of backwards pressure. Oh my God, a backwards, I don't know what to call that. That looked like that sucked. Oh my God, that looked like that hurt. Punk really showing a lot of pain. He hyperextending that knee. I mean, just grabbing a hold of the ankle and falling back towards Punk's head with the leg. I mean, that would pull the muscles all the way to your ass cheeks. I swear, then the knee getting hyperextended like that, man, oh man. Punk does show some damage to the knee. He's got Garcia in the corner doing shoulder blocks. Doing a good job of it, too, gaining back control. Still selling the injury to that right knee. really not be able to put a lot of pressure on it for extended periods of time. Tries to get him up into a overhead suplex, did not. Garcia escaped, went right to a chop block, right again to the right knee, working that right knee. That's a smart choice for Garcia to do that. Garcia has Punk crawling to the corner. He's helping him up just so he can give him an uppercut. Nice looking uppercut. Very clean. Nice kick to the right knee. Oh, left knee. So I guess he's weakening both knees. Really making it hard for Punk trying to set up for a GTS. If your knees are out, you can't get the GTS put on. And Punk is definitely starting to look like he's getting a little gassed. Oh, Garcia misses with a flying leg drop right into the corner turnbuckle, bouncing his head, I'm pretty sure, directly off the mat. That looked like that hurt. He's showing that it knocked him kind of loopy, too. Punk knows he's got a little bit coming back. He's got to take a couple of seconds to get a little fresh breath into his lungs. Garcia goes for a running, like he was going to try to almost spear Punk. Punk puts up a knee and puts it right into Garcia's chest and face. Putting Punk semi into control, Garcia stands up, does a chop. Punk punches Garcia in the head. Now they're in a knockback fist. Fist to the face battle. 1-2, 1-2, back and forth. Love to see it. Punk still's looking gassed. Garcia chops Punk to the throat, making it even harder for the man to breathe. Punk gets up. He elbows Garcia on the back of the neck. Double chop to the Punk's neck. No sells. It goes right to Garcia. Double chops his neck right back. Garcia starting to show the signs of weakness. Goes for a kick. Punk blocks it. Goes for a high kick on Garcia, knocking him down to the mat. Now you got 2.0 out there looking really concerned, and it's just a 2 count. Man, that was close to 3. Yes, love to see this out of these two men. They're both doing 100%, leaving it all in the ring tonight. Punk really showing some serious damage to that right knee. Back kick and a neck breaker from Punk to Garcia. Garcia stands up into the corner. Punk slapping his right knee, trying to get some feeling back into it. Punk does a running knee into Garcia in the corner. Garcia does an over-the-shoulder suplex to Punk. Goes for the pin. 1, 2, and only 2 3/4. Good close near fall for Garcia. Punk's still in this, though. Very good match between these two. Very good match so far. I'm doing a watch along with this as I'm recording this so I get my things right. Punk fighting back. Looks like Garcia was trying to do almost a rollover of Punk's legs to try to get him into something like a scorpion deathlock or something, but Punk fists the face and escapes from it. Locks Garcia up into a beautiful lariat. 1, 2, and not quite 3. That was not it. Garcia kicked out at like 2 9/10. Again, like I said, Punk's looking pretty gassed at this point. They gotta be, 9-10 minutes into their match by now. Maybe a little longer, so maybe he does need to work on his stamina just a little bit, get his cardio built up. Maybe he does have a little, he's calling for the GTS. Punk grabs Garcia, stands him up, puts him up on the shoulders, but Garcia escapes. Puts Punk into a beautiful rollover. Gets him into a scorpion deathlock. Oh my God, that looks like that sucks. Punk showing the absolute signs of pain. I mean, he's got that injured knee, and then he's working on it, and he's pulling back. And my God, that looks like that hurts. And Punk is going to work his way towards the bottom rope, and he reaches it. The ref tells Garcia to break. He does not. He does break. Punk kicks Garcia into the ropes, knocking 1 2.0 off the edge of the ring. Perfect time for that to happen is then Garcia gets thrown into the other member of 2.0, so both of them guys have been knocked off the ring, kind of holding their heads in a defeated way. Punk going up to the top rope, off the turnbuckle, into all three men, going through three men, knocking them down, going landing on the floor, and they're all down and out. Garcia, I think, took the worst of that. And 2.0, well, they're selling that they got killed. Punk landed on the concrete himself, so I mean, none of them came out great on it, but he's going to have to look up and think to himself, my God, I'm too old for this shit. In fact, if I remember right, he does say that in this match, so I'm too old for that shit. Right after he throws Garcia in the ring, which is happening right now. Punk going back into the ring. Looks like he's going to do a dive over the top rope, which he does. Jump off the top rope, comes down with a clothesline. Nice flying clothesline. Really nice. Punk is amped. He has his amplification definitely at the top. Man, there it is, the package pile driver, and that could have ended it, but he's dragging him towards the center of the ring, getting away from the ropes, and he has his finisher locked in tight, waiting for what the hell just happened. I have no idea. My video just cut for a second. I believe Punk won the match, though. In fact, I know he did. Punk defeats Daniel Garcia after about a 14-minute beautiful match, well executed. Like I said, Punk definitely looks gassed, but what a showing. Garcia looked good through this match. He will be definitely something to keep an eye on in the future. He's going to be one of the next big things in this company, I think. And Punk is Punk. He's never going to look bad. I really hope by the time he starts falling apart, where he can't wrestle anymore, he stops doing in-ring competition. Okay, after that, we come to Leo Rush. It'll be Tony Schiavone interviewing Leo Rush, Dante Martin, and Matt Sydal. Leo's out trying to convince Matt that he's not doing anything wrong. He's just trying there to help Dante. You know, with his partner being out, Darius being out yet, and I really hope he comes back soon. Dante is taking a lot of the fight and bringing a hell of a fight out, looking absolutely phenomenal. Leo's just trying to, I guess you could say, take Dante under his wing. Because Matt and Dante do have a match coming up right next, I do believe. So I'm going to blow past this interview and I'll be right back. Alright, back from the commercial break. We have the Acclaim coming out. This is predominantly just a short match. I mean, it's literally a short match. On a 9-match winning streak, so the Acclaim definitely have something going. Anthony Bowens and Max Caster. You know, like them or hate them, doesn't matter. They're going to be around for a long time. I actually love the way they come down to the ring. You know, the words that Caster spits out, they're fire. I mean, they're really good. He's good with people. He's good with the fans. And knows how to get them eaten out of his hand. And you got, you know, Bowens comes in and he just does the Acclaimed have arrived. They sure have. They have arrived and they are out to put a name on the industry, I guess. They're going up against... Oh, wow, that's right. This is a good match. Ray Phoenix and Penta El Zero Miedo. Love this. This is a very entertaining match. Again, I think this one goes right around 14 minutes. This is a tag team match. I am not going to do play-by-play. This is... Well, it's a Lucha Brothers match. You know, and that's going to be crazy. You know, Penta is, and then you get Ray Phoenix, just kind of goes off everywhere. I'll give you a start on it at least. Max and, well, let's just do it. The Acclaimed attack before the bell. Attack Penta and Phoenix, kicking them off the edge of the ring, throwing them into the barricades. Phoenix gets thrown by Caster into the ring post. The bell has not rang. There is no start to this match, so you can't be disqualified yet. Max Caster throws Phoenix into the ring, and the bell rings to start the match. Phoenix, of course, gets a drop, the jawbuster to Caster, and tags in Penta, holding Caster, Phoenix, and Penta double super kick Caster. Bones gets thrown into the corner. I mean, he's getting annihilated. Penta and Phoenix both double teaming on him. And, I should like to see it, even though I like the Acclaimed. I'd like to see them getting their asses handed to them. They are the future of the industry. They are going to be. Penta and Phoenix are the now. They are the now. They are the tag team champions. They defeated the Young Bucks. They deserve all the accolades they're getting. Love them. I can't say love them or hate them, but love them two guys. Man, they're great. Absolutely technicians in the ring in that lucha style. I love it. And I'm just going to skip right to the end of this and tell you the fantastic match, about 12 minutes long. Penta and Phoenix win the match. Caster and Bones don't look like total chumps. They put up a good fight, did not win. Penta and Phoenix still your tag team champions. I'm not even sure. I don't think this one was for. I think this was a non-title match. Where you go to a commercial break, and I'll be back. I come back after the commercial doing a recap of the introduction of the TBS Championship for the mid-card title in the women's division. Doing a little showing for it, kind of recapping what happened on it, a little bit of who's going to be in it. Looks like we're going to have people like Thunder Rosa and Jade Cargill. Possibly someone, there's a lot of women that could do this, so let's have them go in. We lead into a match, Jade Cargill against Sky Blue. Sky Blue being a rather new competitor, only on about her 4th or 5th match with AEW. She looks good in the ring. She has some skill. Severely outsized by Jade. Jade is a beast of a woman. I mean, she is absolutely huge. Those of you that don't know Jade Cargill, you need to watch her. She's still got a long ways to go in the ring to become that bitch, but she is just, she's good. Not great, she's good. Nice kip up from Jade. Overhead slam to a kip up, I love that. Sky Blue does get a foot to the face to Jade. Tries to do a jump off the top rope to Jade. Jade just kind of shoves her off, snatches. Sky Blue stands up. Jade kicks her face down to the mat right again, just right to the mat. This is a match that's going to be dominated by Jade. Sky Blue does get a few good shots in. This is not a long match. Maybe 3-4 minutes, but game match is just about over right now as Jade's finisher is up. I do not remember the name of her finisher, but it used to be the Glam Slam. Damn good finisher, looks great. Jade wins in a very dominant fashion, building her up to be the monster heel that she should be. That's really all I can say about it. I mean, Sky Blue didn't get much offense. Jade Cargill looks... Just watch her for the next 4 or 5 years. She is going to she will be AEW Women's Champion in the near future. Not real near. Hopefully not for at least another year or two. Though she keeps getting these wins, she's going to be in the rankings for it. AEW lives by the rankings. She does start beating down on Sky Blue pretty bad, and all of a sudden Thunder Rosa comes running out. I'm assuming they're going to start a feud between Thunder Rosa and Jade Cargill, which I believe Thunder Rosa should win, giving Jade her first loss, and for Jade to lose to Thunder Rosa wouldn't be such a big deal. I mean, Thunder is a fantastic wrestler. Jade still has a ways to go. She's a little bit green, but yet she's still good in the ring. CM Punk gets announced versus Matt Sydal for next Friday, I believe it is. Then we have the Inner Circle against the Men of the Year and Junior Dos Santos. Next Saturday, I forgot, yes, next week we have Dynamite on Saturday. So Rampage will be first, and then Saturday Dynamite. I will try to do a Rampage review Saturday afternoon. No guarantees. Maybe I'll have to do a super review on Saturday night after Dynamite, and maybe just do Rampage and Dynamite in one. We'll see how that goes. Up next, we have Brian Cage and Ricky Starks. This is a feud that's got to end pretty soon. I mean, it's for the FTW Championship, a non-sanctioned title. Not sanctioned by AEW, or never has been sanctioned by any company that FTW title's ever been introduced to. It's a Taz title. Almost a bragging rights for his faction. Brian Cage is no longer in the faction. He split off, and it's been him and Ricky Starks fighting over, feuding for the last, I'm thinking, close to 3 months. Cage had some time off TV. I don't believe that was on his choice, but he had some time off. Now we just need to get this feud over with and let things continue on and go further and give everybody fresh opponents. I'm really getting tired of seeing Brian Cage and Ricky Starks. Commercial break. I'll be back in a little bit. Alright, we're back from a commercial break. I guess we're coming up on the main event. Ricky Starks versus Brian Cage. We have right now the split screen interview with Mark Henry doing the split screen between Starks and Cage. On Starks' side, we have Hook and Will Hobbs, Powerhouse Hobbs, backing up Starks. Cage out there by himself. It's a brief promo between Cage and Starks. A minute, maybe a minute 15 seconds between the two of them, and the match begins. I will say that really does give these matches a big match feel when you have Mark Henry coming out and doing that split screen interview. I like that. It really does give a split screen, or a big match feel, big fight feel. Brian Cage comes down to the ring first. He is a monster of a man. Man, I wish they'd utilize him a little bit better and start giving him a pretty good push. I mean, with a little effort, and a few good matches, he could be in title contention. I mean, I know he's had, TNT title shot in the past, and I think he's even had a world title shot once in the past. But for long periods of time, he's been left off of TV. We need to see Cage get away from Starks and do a good title run. I mean, at least chase the title. He doesn't successfully have to win. I mean, we all know, we all want Hangman Page to be the one that defeats Omega. So after that, there's a lineup of people going to be coming for that belt. One of them, I would hope, in the near future, maybe first of the year or some point after that, Brian Cage should work his way up to be at title contention for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. I really think so. It starts off with Brian Cage getting Starks into the corner. A lot of forearm smashes. Throws Starks across the ring, pillar to post, back and forth. Then he goes into my God, a belly-to-belly suplex. Absolutely just launching Starks. Starks I believe this is a street fight. Starks brought a chair into the match. Cage has the chair, gonna crack Starks on the back with it. Oh my God, and what a hit right to the lower midsection of the back. Yeah, I know you could hear that. At least see the welt off the first chair mark. Then he does a second chair swing. Starks rolls out of the ring. I'm not going to give it a full play-by-play, but I will keep up with this as best I possibly can. Cage crawls out of the ring, going over to Starks, kind of picking him up, gonna beat on him a little bit, I guess. He's gonna run him right into the guardrails. Oh, hell, over the guardrails, into the fans. Fans kind of help push Starks back. He took a soft landing. Starks gets backed into the ring, again, right into the ring mat. Chest slap, whatever you want to call it, a slap to the chest. Damn, you know they hurt. Starks gets thrown into the barricades, hits head first, goes into near convulsions. Cage stands there and looks, who better? I actually agree, who better? I like Brian Cage. I think he could really be something. He is one of these pretty agile big men. You know, I mean, that's what we need. We need a few of them. I don't think Cage really is interested in the FTW championship. I think he just wants to do some damage, which I'm all for that. Cage digs out a garbage can from underneath the ring. It had a chain in it, and it looks like a lead pipe and or some kind of a pool cue on a PVC pipe. Whatever weaponry comes introduced into the ring that's not a chair, and I don't see a kendo stick in sight. That's okay, we don't need them. I would much rather see the more brutal weapons. Being a live show on TNT, I love how they allow this. Cage gets in the gut with a pool cue. Starks wound up good with that, and he does a pool cue shot right to the ear. That's more of a thing to piss off the big man, I would think. Stark stands up Cage. Cage grabs the ropes, and you ain't throwing me. Little bugs like you don't throw big guys like me. But he tries to throw Starks. Starks turns it around, kick to the gut, and then as Starks was doing my God, I'm forgetting the name of the move on Cage. He landed on a chain. Actually hurt himself worse than he hurt Cage. Yep, he grabbed the chain. He threw it to the side. We went to a picture-in-picture ad break to which I can actually see the picture all the way through so far. So I will keep on with the review through Pep. Starks is grabbing a garbage can lid off the garbage can, or out of the garbage can. Looks like he's into the swing and crack Cage across the head with it. Bends the hell out of that lid in one swing too, so you know that had some impact. Cage is attempting to stand up. Here comes Starks with the second shot to the garbage can lid right to the dome piece. Yep, I know that sucks. Yep, it sure does. I want better garbage cans than that for my house, though. That's for sure. I don't know. They ain't used the garbage can yet. Nope, that's the third lid shot, and then Cage is down. Starks isn't really doing anything other than having a little temper tantrum. He rolls up Cage after all this time, 1, 2, and I bought a quarter. And he knew that wasn't going to happen. He waited too long. I am going to take a break for a minute, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back from my little break. During the time I was gone, Ricky Starks grabbed a pipe and cracked Brian Cage across the bicep as he had it stretched out. So a fully exposed right bicep, and he gets cracked with that pipe. Yeah, that had to suck. Now he's got Cage in the corner. He gives him a gut shot with the pipe. Now he's holding the pipe up against Cage's neck, pushing his weight into it, trying to restrict his breathing to make him lose some of his giddy up go. Strutting around, fake guitaring on the pipe, doing the Ricky Starks thing. Totally normal Starks. I know you don't need my 2 points like that, but I'm going to still throw them in there. This is my review. That's okay, though. Starks looked great. Cage is getting winded already, which I can't believe that, but yeah, I suppose with the neck shots, with the pipe to the chest and I suppose his breathing has been restricted. Stark sets up a chair in the corner opposing from Brian Cage. Looks like he's getting ready to whip Cage into the chair, which Cage turns around and throws Starks at it. Starks ducks out of it. Cage picks up Starks. Looks like he's going to over the shoulder throw him again. Yes, he does. Just throws him onto all the debris in the middle of the ring. Cage selling the right arm damage, though. Man, that looks like he's in pain. Grabs Starks, stands him up, and forearm shiver. You gotta say I love that move. Again, Cage taking control, or attempted to. Ricky Starks trying to fight back and not succeeding yet. Starks getting picked up. Nope. Starks got away from Cage, turned around, knocked Cage with the chain around his fist. So it cracked him with that chain, wrapped around his fist right to the jaw of Brian Cage. That's the second time. That puts that down. Now Starks has the garbage can lid yet again. As he puts it under his leg right on Cage's face. Goes for the pin. 1, 2, and not quite 3. 2 and 9/10. Real close. Almost a win for Starks. Cage looking like he's getting his ass handed to him by a guy half his size. Yeah, you know what though? Starks has actually done a good match tonight. He's been bringing the shit to him. Looks like Starks has the garbage can. What's his plan? Looks like he's gonna set the garbage can up and do some kind of crazy ass move with it. He tries to, and Cage super kicks him as he comes into the corner. Cage has the garbage can. Now he is going to put it over his head and crack Starks right across the head, denting the can nearly in half. Nice move, nice visual. Love seeing that. Cage showing his dominance. And give him a weapon, that's a mass destruction right there. I'm telling you, it is definitely a weapon of mass destruction. Oh my god, the pump handle over. Yep, right onto the garbage can, gut and nut first for Ricky Starks. 1, 2, and 9/10 for Cage. Almost pins Starks, but not quite yet. Cage picks up Starks. Looks like he's getting ready to do the finishing move on him. Here comes Hook down to the ring. Hook grabs the FTR belt, attempts to hit Cage with it. Hook gets about decapitated by a huge, huge lariat. Then you got Hobbs comes into the ring. Cage ducks and misses. Gets kicks Hobbs out of the ring. Starks stands up, takes the FTW title, puts Cage down for a 2 count. Starks grabs the steel pipe, starts beating Cage on the hip. I mean, just hammering him on the hip with that steel pipe. That looked like that would suck. Starks trying to get Starks to his feet. Going to, I believe, back into the corner and try for something that looks a lot like a spear on Brian Cage. Yes, he is running for a spear. Oh, Cage gets out of the way and shoves Starks head first into the chair, which he put in the corner himself. Now I see Ricky Starks has been busted open. Bleeding pretty good. Looks like from the forehead. Must have hit that chair hard enough to open himself up. Yes, he did. Yep, he is definitely bleeding. Cage has a look in his eyes like he's going to do the spinning lariat. Going to pin Starks. 1, 2, and Hobbs pulls Cage off. Does not get the 3 count. Cage turns around, kicks Hobbs to the face, and then climbs up on the second rope as Hook gets up into the ring. Low blows Cage. Hobbs and Hook get down. Starks grabs Cage, puts him up on the shoulders for the Rochambeau. And here he comes. He is that Crimson Mask. Rochambeau has been hit, and he is going to go for the pinfall right now. 1, 2, and 3. Ricky Starks beats Brian Cage, and still holds the FTW Championship. My God, folks, I really, really hope this feud is over. I really hope so. I am so sick and tired of it. Let's let this feud be over. I don't know though. I will say Rampage was a very entertaining show. I enjoyed this immensely. It was very easy to watch at only an hour. And not everything was wrecked by commercials. Love the show. They done good. And I look forward to seeing more like this. I don't have a whole lot of news or rumors to give you guys. So I'll just say I'm looking forward. Just remember, Dynamite is on Saturday this coming week. There's no Dynamite on Wednesday. First thing we'll be doing is the AEW Rampage on Friday night. It's normal 1 hour time slot from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock Central Time. That would be 10 to 11 Eastern on TNT. And then we'll have Saturday Night Dynamite on TNT at 7 o'clock. I'm looking forward to both shows. Looking forward to giving you a review on each show. Like I said, depending on if I can, I will do a review on Rampage possibly on Saturday afternoon. And we'll see what happens if I do a right after Saturday night for Dynamite or if I do it on Sunday morning. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I will let you guys know. And I will say have a good night and God bless. This has been Russ T. Cables with Running the Ropes Wrestling Podcast. Good night, all.